A very good afternoon to you, Hasina. Just give us an update on what happened earlier on today.
Good afternoon, Nzinga. Yes, we are in Sandton this morning. Been here from at least 9 o'clock, where we saw the Judicial Service Commission commissioners, all 22 of them, meeting here this morning for quite a historic interview. For the first time in over a decade, they will be interviewing for that top most senior judge of the Constitutional Court, the Chief Justice position. It's been a long process, quite a lengthy one, which began last year, September, a month before the former Chief Justice Mogoeng retired, with the President announcing that he will be opening for public consultation. That process then concluded with the 4 candidates who are now going to be interviewed for the next 4 days. The processes began this morning at 10 a.m. with Justice Mbuyiseli Madlanga being the first to be in the hot seat. He is quite a prolific jurist himself, quite a senior judge as well, acted in various of the courts. From the lowest court when he was 34 years old, he was appointed as a judge of the Mthatha High Court, the youngest judge at that specific time. He then moved on to various different appellate as well as the apex courts and acting positions. He then went back to being a senior counsel and practicing law. Some of the cases he has been appearing in include the Marikana Commission of Inquiry, among many other notable judgments that he has handed down in the Constitutional Court as a jurist, as a justice there. He's also handed down quite notable judgments, known quite well. We know he was nominated by at least over 30 young lawyers who feel he has intellectual capacity and the qualities that are needed in the next Chief Justice. We know the Chief Justice is that person that will not only sit at the helm of the apex court, but also be at the head of the judiciary. So someone that needs to be quite well versed in not only the judiciary but also into administration. He spent the morning, it began with the deputy president of the SCA, chairing the proceedings and asking him to give his vision of what he would do if he was appointed as the Chief Justice. He went through his visions and addressed some of the issues around backlogs as well as workloads of the justices, calling for reform when it comes to women issues and the misogyny and sexism that are still seen within the judiciary, but also looking at LGBTQ issues. But also, while moving into the digitization, he touched on that a bit, on how he would digitize the court processes as well as access online virtual courtrooms, but also taking into cognizance the societal issues that South Africa still has and how those can pose issues. That was just before the tea time. He went through detailing some of those issues. We're now back from that tea break, which was 20 minutes, and Justice Madlanga could now face various questions from the other 21 commissioners, which include other judges, his peers, as well as lawyers, advocates, and members of parliament who form a part of this panel. These questions he could face could be around whether or not the administration of the Constitutional Court is up to standard, the divisions that may be seen within the Constitutional Court, as well as just the level of attacks we've seen on the judiciary over the last few months. So this is an ongoing story and can be followed on all the SABC platforms, including the digital live stream, which is up on the website, and people can be involved and follow these proceedings. It is a public process. We do know they've just begun again, and we'll take you to that right now. Back to you in studio.